Before we get started, I should probably tell you, my name is Lauren Hall, and I'm the president and CEO of First Things First. Thank you for coming. Thank you. So, raise your hand if you have ever been on a road trip with a toddler. Okay, and everyone lived to tell about it. Nice. So a couple weeks ago, my husband and I took our little boy Strider, who was here for a little bit of time tonight. Some of you met him very intimately. We took him on a road trip to Arkansas to see some family, and on the way there, he persistently asked the same question over and over and over again. Would anyone like to guess what question he asked? Are we there yet? Y'all, I feel very much not alone. Thank you for that. So he kept asking, are we there yet? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. And I came home and I was complaining about that to my mom and dad. And they said, you know, you used to do that when you were a toddler. You used to sit and ask, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And my dad said, here's what I did for you. He said, I pulled out a map, not on my phone and not on a GPS, but an actual paper map. Hello, Jennifer. Sorry I called you out. But he pulled out a map and he opened it and he said, and I'm going to say this in his most southern voice because my dad is very southern and my husband loves it when I do his accent. He said, baby, we're not there yet, but look at how far we've come. So every time I asked, are we there yet, he would say, no, but look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come. So eventually I stopped asking the question because I knew the answer, right? And when I got a little bit older, guess what? Instead of asking, are we there yet, I became the person who pulled out the map and I would tell the car, hey guys, look how far we've come. And that was how we figured out how far we had traveled on any trip that we went on. So I love that story for several reasons because many of you have been a part of First Things First since we started in 1997. So I want to tell you how far we've come. You remember what we started with and what our three objectives were in 1997: to decrease the divorce rate, to decrease the out-of-wedlock pregnancy rate in teens, and to increase father involvement in the lives of their children, all by 30% in Hamilton County. Well, today, we can say that we have contributed to a 38% decrease in the divorce rate, a 77% decrease in teen out-of-wedlock pregnancy, and over 20,000 dads now have the tools they need to be involved in the lives of their children. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Yep. And to add to that, this is our 25th anniversary. 25 years. Look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come. So there's a lot to celebrate, but there's also a lot that we've learned over these 25 years. So we're going to add to what we've done. We're going to add with where we're going, okay? So within these 25 years, one of the things we've learned is that there were actually a few other organizations in our great philanthropic community that were trying to achieve very similar, some of them the same goals, which is totally fine, but it did make it a little bit difficult for us to truly measure our impact. Another thing we learned is that in 25 years, our culture has shifted a little bit, and that also contributed to some of these numbers. For instance, I'm going to give you two examples. Number one, the marriage rate has decreased. Less people are getting married overall. The other piece is that while teen pregnancy is down, guess what's up? Pregnancy for women over the age of 20 out of wedlock. So that's an entirely different problem than what we first started with, right? So we're looking at those, and we've decided, with the board's approval and help, to update our objectives. So here they are. We are going to increase the marriage rate in the people we serve. We're going to increase marital health overall, and we're going to increase positive parental involvement in the population we serve. And as we are going to achieve those three goals, we will still be staying true to the original three goals that we started with. So y'all remember COVID? Has anybody forgotten? When COVID hit and we couldn't do face-to-face classes anymore and we had to make everything digital, we saw a giant increase in our numbers of the people we were serving. So just to give you a comparison shot of this, oh, I love this graphic. Thank you so much, Tamara. In 3 years, this is how our reach has grown from 2019 to 2021. So in 2019, we were reaching 1.6 million people. That is in Chattanooga face-to-face and digitally. In 2020, we were reaching 5.2 million people, and by 2021, we were reaching 10.6 million people. That is crazy great, right? So because of that, we have decided to take our impact and divide it into 2 buckets. So one bucket, we're going to focus on local Chattanooga impact, and the other bucket, we're focusing on national impact. Tonight, we are sitting in the heart of downtown Chattanooga, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, okay? So we are going to focus on Chattanooga. This is all about our local impact and what we're doing locally right here with families in our community.